What's happening in Coachella Valley? This is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com, and I am with my co-host Francoise Rhodes, traveling with Francoise, and she's behind the camera right now, and we have a very, very special day for you. You know, all this talk about COVID and just the restrictions and challenges that people having to travel, people are turning to RVs. So what did Francoise and I think about doing? Well, heading down to our Superstore to check out RVs to just see what it's all about. So we decided to hit up Mike Thompson's RV Superstore in Cathedral City, and they put us in this 37-foot, I don't even know the name brand, because we're going to be talking all about this, and Francoise is going to help us so much, along with Sherry, and who's our driver today?
Russ.
And Russ. So
yes.
They're going to be talking to us a little bit later. I hope you guys are going to have a good time. I'm going to go off and share, and she's going to show you a little bit about where we're going and what we're doing. We're going to open this thing up and talk all about RVing today. So, talk to you in a second. Come back to you in a minute.
All right, we're going to slowly pan around. Oh, well, we're going to slowly pan around. You don't need to see me right now. Hi, everyone. It's Francoise, traveling with Francoise. We're having so much. There's Cher. Cher is up there. I'm going to wander up to the front. As you can see, we are actually moving. This is no joke. I said a moving RV, and here we are. So I am going to flip the little microphone back around, and I want to introduce Russ, who is our driver. Wave, Russ. Hey, there he is over there. And Cher. So
hi there, everyone. Welcome to Mike Thompson RV.
Okay, so Cher, tell us a little bit about. Here, I got to switch this around. Usually I'm in front of the camera. And yes, we are live, folks, so anything can happen, and if some reason we drop off, just come back on, because we're
Bring on
good.
your comments and anything you'd like to know. Let us know if you can hear us and how we're doing out here. Well, this is live and as authentic as it can be. RVing in the Coachella Valley with Mike Thompson's RV Superstore out of Cathedral City. So there you go.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to be in an RV all across the country. Anyway, Cher, before we stop and open up the sides and do all that kind of stuff, tell us a little bit about what kind of RV we are riding in.
Today we're riding in a 37 PA Allegro Red made by Tiffin Motorhomes. Tiffin Motorhome is headquartered in Red Bay, Alabama. We say beautiful Red Bay, Alabama. And they just make the highest quality motorhome in the United States of America. Everyone knows the brand name. Everyone knows the man behind the brand. It's actually what we call the Pepsi of the RV industry. The most well-known brand that's out there, the only family-owned and family-run motor coach company in the United States, or in the world for all that matters.
Cher, how long have you been in the RV business?
Only a very, very, very short 24 years.
All right. I want to show people the cockpit. I'm going to call it the cockpit.
That's what we call it.
Oh, you do call it the cockpit.
We do.
So, let me flip this back. Here we are. Russ, there's Russ again, driving away. Russ, are you gonna let Craige and I drive later on?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a yes.
With a little instruction.
So if anything, you want to stick around for that. All right, now let's see, what do we have going on here? We have GPS. We have a
Rear view camera.
We have a camera.
Turn the signal on, I get the side camera.
Yes.
That way too.
Craige. Okay. All right. So we are moving, and it is a little choppy, I'm being told by producer Craige back there. But oh well, I'm just going to do it anyway. Yeah,
It's reality.
it's reality TV. So Craige cut me some slack. Yeah. All right. So we have a little. Look at this camera, GPS. We have all the regular and
There are actually 3 cameras. So when Russ, as you see, he's going to Ramon Road. He's going to put on his right turn signal, and you'll see the right side of the RV.
Okay.
When he puts on the left turn signal, you see the left turn. So this little baby helps those that aren't familiar with driving motorhomes, makes it as simple as driving a little van.
All right, folks. So if you're wondering what we are doing, Craige and I and Cher and Russ, we are in a RV, and we are going over to an RV resort, and we're going to park. Yes, Craige.
You want to maybe just take out the microphone.
Do you not like the microphone?
Let's see if it works better.
There we go. There's the side door. Okay, I'm going to zoom back here to Craig so we can show you what he's doing.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
yet.
what are you
I'm
doing?
trying to get-
You're supposed to be
Thanks so
working
much.
back there, not
I'm trying right
sleeping.
now.
He wants to take a nap
Thank
in
you
that
so much. I
luxury.
really appreciate
Isn't that a
it.
comfortable seat?
Yes, these are amazing.
I know. And
Everything's so good.
when you see this RV right now, how many sliders do we have here?
This has 4 slide
We have
outs and they're
4.
all in right now, so it's,
Okay.
as you can see, it's a little snug for going down the road, which is a good thing. But once we open it up, Francoise, this becomes like a little condo on wheels.
I know, and I can't
It's
wait
just
to see that.
gigantic,
I can't-
ginormous.
So-
with all of the amenities and the luxuries of home on the road.
Yeah, so you notice it now. It looks not small. I mean, it's very luxurious. I feel like I'm in a boat, actually. But here we are, turning the corner. Now, Cher, we were talking earlier. I think this is the biggest fear of an RV owner, is turning the corner. So, Russ, what is the tip for RVers when they turn a corner their first time? Because you're getting a lot of first-time RV buyers out there. They have never driven anything larger than a car. What's the key to turning the corner?
When I take first-time drivers out, the first thing I tell them is when they're making right and left turns, use every bit of asphalt available to you.
Okay.
If I'm turning and I've got 3 lanes, I want to swing nice and wide, use all the pavement I've got to make my turn. When we turn into the resort here in a minute, you'll see I'll kind of overshoot it and then make a turn to make sure that the rear clears everything on the curb.
Okay, so what about these people that pull way over into the other lane and they scare everybody else that's moving down the road? Do you really need to do that in an RV?
You've got to drive defensively.
Okay.
People don't want to be behind you in cars because they can't see around you. So they want to get in front of you. But the crazy thing is they want to get in front of you and then they want to slam on their brakes and make a right or a left turn. So you just have to learn to anticipate everything that the other driver's going to do.
All right, folks, you're watching live What's Happening Coachella Valley and live Traveling with Francoise. We have combined our show to make one show of us in an RV from Mike Thompson's RV Superstore in Cathedral City. We have Cher with us, and she is the general manager. Cher Lickman, the general manager of Mike Thompson. There she is, right there.
Hello,
Yes.
folks.
And then we have Russ, who is our driver today. He's also a certified RV inspector. So if you're bringing in a used RV to trade into your new RV, Russ is the one that will go out and check it out and see. And then back in the back, and I'm going to slowly pan around as we're parking. Craige is back there somewhere. Oh, there he is. Coming
Taking
up.
a nap.
Yeah, taking a nap in a nice comfy bed back there. What size bed is that?
Got our volume fixed. Thank you, everybody, for helping us out.
There's
And
a
are we
king
parked?
size. Did you see the king size bed back there?
Yeah, I was hanging out back
You were-
there
I knew
doing
you-
a
I
little
knew you were
sharing.
trying to take
I
that.
know.
So
I
this
wanted
is
to show
very
you
cool.
how far it was, 37 feet. It's
I
a long
know.
ways. You know,
I
usually
know.
when you're caught up in your own home, you don't go 37 feet, right? In COVID time, we're caught up in
Right.
4 walls.
Oh, so now you get to show people that I'm actually in this RV. Where are you going? He's always.
Are we getting
No?
out?
Not yet.
Oh,
Soon.
okay.
Here
What's
we go.
happening?
We are soon getting out.
Wow, Francoise, I think
Hey.
we need to get you out more often there, dear. And
Hi.
there she is.
I love this. When I grew up, we actually started in a little. First, we started in a tent. Then we went to a little travel trailer, a pole trailer, and then we went to a little mini RV. And I remember we had so much fun in our RV. I can't wait. Cher, we have to go on a trip. I love it. I think RVing is so much fun. And our national parks and parks have actually. You don't even need to go to a national park anymore in today's world. There are so many beautiful places in these small little towns that you can pull in and they will welcome you in open arms in your RV, no matter what size. And I also want to talk about fifth wheels, the difference
Absolutely.
between fifth wheel and travel trailer versus the RV.
What are we doing? Are we stopped for
We're
some reason?
stopped.
How
We're
come?
here because we're gonna
Are we going to open this up right now?
We're gonna open it up.
Let's get out.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So
So, as you guys know, this is Craig Campbell and Francoise Rhodes as we are.
RV slowly
Oh,
expands
well, just-
and slowly turns into a little condo on wheels.
So here we are. We just got stopped, and we're going to show you as best I can
it's sliding. How quickly.
what is going on here. So tell me a little bit about what is happening right now and how wide and this is going to end up being. Like, how much did this just add?
Okay, so as
What
you
just
can
happened?
see, the width of this slide out is approximately 40 inches.
I see.
So you have 40 inches of additional space this way, and you have 34 inches of additional space this way.
Wow, look at this.
So
We went from
this then becomes a dance floor. We could have
to
danced all night.
this.
Now, we kind of showed you a little bit earlier with me walking down there what this looked like. And now, seriously, these two girls are about to get a jig on.
I know, look at this. Not like this
And-
flat screen. Oh, did you?
And we're about to expand the bedroom.
So all
Watch
electronic.
closely. Do you want to get a picture of this, Craig, as it goes right out? So that one's going out. That one's going to be about 24 inches. And then, as soon as that one goes out, we will hit this button, and it will start to expand as well.
All right, Craig, I want you to jump on that bed and show people how large it is.
Okay, here we go.
So this is a
Which way is it going?
real
All right.
sweet
So this
king
is how-
size.
A true influencer works every day, just like this. You just, get a little bit
Yeah.
of work done.
Yep.
RV, get your driver to take you where you want to go. Francoise, COVID is not too bad. This is not bad at all.
Now, can you see the world traveling in their RV doing this? Cher's over there pushing buttons on the electronic panel. Craig's done with his nap.
And look, there's
Walking in the
there's
restroom.
4 of us, and this one I've got to expand it just a wee bit further so that you can see that if you get, this is a 37 PA, which is what we call the Jack and Jill bath. So you can access it just like the Jack and Jill in your home. You can access it from the bedroom, or your guests can access it from the
Oh, look at
living
that.
area.
I think I'm exiting here.
Okay. All right.
Exit stage
Double-
left.
double vanity.
Hey, Russ, how's it going?
I got lots of room up here.
Hey, listen, I understand you're certified everything about RVs. Can you tell me more about yourself? And just, you know what? Since the beginning, I've just seen you smiling, having a great time. You set us up, you got us water. Look what you got us pulled out. It was cool when we got here, and now you
Yeah.
drove us here. So tell me about yourself.
I fell in love with RVing years ago, and Cher and I kind of compare the numbers. I've owned 5 Tiffins, and that's the thing about the Tiffin motorhomes. Once you get in one of these and you experience it, it's hard to go any other direction.
That's true.
But I've done about 40,000 miles in an RV, circling the country, up and down the coast, across Canada, and actually was full timing for about 2.5 years. Didn't have a home. This was the home.
Oh, well, let's just turn it
Yeah.
around here and see how sad it was for him to be able to be in this non-home home.
Yeah.
Hey, Francoise. Hey, Sherry, what's going on?
Well, I was thinking about cooking something, but I'm not
Okay.
going to do that for us. There's a microwave. What is this? Just a little pull-out pantry?
It's a pull-out that also extends here. I joke that this is the only RV you can actually sit in your living room and reach for some silverware. So that's how long these drawers are. So this is an extra added counter space for chopping and dicing. When you have these off, then you have extra space here.
What are the
And
things that you
same here.
need? What are the basic
So,
things that you need? This looks,
microwave.
oh my gosh. So we got a microwave, right?
And convection.
And we got a convection also in
So
here.
it's brand new.
And this
It's
is a
never been
gas
used.
stove, of course.
Yeah.
Garbage disposal, I
Propane.
assume. Cutting
And
boards.
lots of storage.
Lots of room.
Trash
Storage.
can.
Everywhere you look, there's all these little cupboards everywhere.
Check this out, Craig. This is a
Woo-wee.
23 cubic foot, just like your reefer at
Oh,
home.
my
Full
word.
ice maker and the French style with the freezer in the bottom. Just like home.
Where's my stovers? Frozen.
Now, some of these RVs have fireplaces.
Yeah, this particular one is doesn't, but I'll take that back. It sure does. Right
Oh, it
here's
does
your
have a fireplace
right below
right
your
there.
TV. You had me think for a second. Yeah, right
I
below
know.
the TV.
How many TVs does this unit have?
This one has 4. So
One,
so there's one
two.
here, 2 here, 1 in the bedroom, and then there's one outside, of course.
Oh my gosh. Well, Craig,
Should we go outside?
Should we head outside?
Yeah. Can I
Do
hand you
want
that for
to-
just a second?
All right.
So and pantry, full pantry, all of the appointments of home.
I'm going to turn this around.
If you want, yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So now we're going to go outside, and we want to thank you guys from Today's California and on Traveling with Francoise, and also in Coachella Valley, all of you guys joining in today. It's been so much fun, and we are here previewing a 37-foot RV, and we are going to go outside. We just opened it up. It's just incredible, and we're with Mike Thompson's RV Supercenter at Superstore.
Superstore.
Cathedral City. So come on, let's go
So
outside.
Remember, folks, when it was really narrow, when Craige was walking up before, and now you see that it's so spacious in here. So we're going outside. Coming at you. Okay. These automatic doors. Of course, you should never be showing the pavement. Here I am. Here I am. Whoa! Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to get a little closer.
We're just going to take it.
Yes, we're going to leave them here. Sharon, Russ, I think you two are needed in the office. So we'll
Oh, but I had the keys in my pocket.
we'll catch up with you later.
There you go. Let's go, baby.
Oh, what do we have over here? TV. Of course. Look at this. We can set out the little patio furniture. Kickback.
I'm gonna come back here a little bit and just show you guys just what we've been cruising in a little bit.
Exactly what we want to see is how much storage, because we need a lot of stuff when we travel.
I mean, look at this, guys. We've been having so much fun. Thank you for joining us, Mike Thompson. Appreciate you guys, Sherry and Russ, for having us out. I'm gonna walk a quick look at this. Francoise is just showing all the storage and everything. I'm gonna come right back so you guys can see what they're doing.
Oh, look at this.
So
This
this
is great. They thought of
up to
everything,
2,000
Cher.
pounds of cargo, and you can still pull this out.
1 ton of cargo
In
right
some of-
here.
In some of the more luxurious models, there are 2 buttons right here, and you can actually, it'll move out on its own. It's electric. So the option is manual or electric.
Are they coming to get us?
Yep.
Did they know? Did they Russ and Cher call and
They,
tell them
they're
all the way
they're
so
trying to rescue us from all this luxury.
all the
Look at this.
room?
You know, you guys can't even really tell the dimension and how deep everything really is. It is so much storage. It's
And
unbelievable.
it opens on the other side.
So I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna
This is
go.
what we call full pass-through storage,
So I
so that you
climb
can access
through
it
there.
from either side.
And what battery?
Absolutely, and turn offs for the batteries, so that if you're going to park for a while, you turn your batteries, chassis batteries off, turn your house batteries off, and save them from going.
All right, here's the number one question Russ is probably going to want to know. Russ, everybody's worried about how you dump the waste. How difficult is it in an RV? I mean, I tell you, that's the number one question out there. They want to know because
There
you
you
want
go.
to use your bathroom, your shower, all these things. Is it a big process?
Hey, we want to say thank you and hello to Anthony, Lane, all you guys joining in, Jill Vaughn, oh my gosh, Laura Green. It just never ends. Everybody's just loving it.
What's it, 110 today?
Oh gosh, I feel like it's about 121, 122 today.
It's 118 at least. If you ever do need to access your roof, there's your ladder for climbing up. You can go
Craige,
up
you
there
go
and
up
watch
there later.
NASCAR. A lot of NASCAR people go up and sit on their roofs and watch the races.
Wow.
It has a big, huge 50-amp service here.
Hold on, they can't hear you. I'm just loving the Tiffin. I'm just showing everybody just the size, the enormity of this amazing, amazing RV. There has to be another word than RV.
Motor coach.
There you go, motor coach.
motor coach.
Luxury motor coach. So we've swung all the way around here. Look at this.
So this is your
here we
50
go.
amp power cord. If you are in a nice resort and don't want to hear the generator, then you plug this into your shore power, just like you would plug in your boat to shore power, and you have 50 amp service, so it operates all 3 of the big 15,000 watt.
So we found
air
our live
conditioners
broadcast
inside.
studio. We're definitely gonna off Sherry and Russ later and figure out a way to get this thing on the road and just broadcast live. I don't know what we're doing staying here.
Okay.
I'd be happy to have Russ demonstrate for you how simple it is,
Woo.
but you're not going to catch me doing it.
There you go.
Russ will demonstrate for you how simple it is to dump the tank.
Is that it? That's a shower
You
too.
merely pull this lever, which is the black tank. It flushes it out. Then you follow that with pulling the gray tank, and you connect a sewer hose right here, which goes right through this little hole.
Okay, yeah,
and
we're gaining
into
people
the-
by the minute on
into
this
the sewer.
topic.
But that
Or
is
not.
an RV question.
It's necessary.
It's not a big deal, but look at again all the storage that we have over here.
And remember, these are pass-throughs, so they go all the way through. You can access it on both sides. You know, this is 1 ton of 2,000 pounds here, and it is really incredible. We have it all opened up, and I'm going to back it out again to show you the size of this 37-foot Tiffin.
Electro red.
Yeah, Francois, get next to it. That's going to give us some perspective on just the size of this luxury motor coach. Look at you guys.
Carol, Merrill, and her best friend.
It's like Let's Make a Deal or Price is Right. There we go. They're looking pretty good doing it.
So exciting. It's exciting.
Okay, well, I'm going to give it to you for just a little bit.
How nice
Just
it looks. I
Oh.
mean,
Whew.
all right, so
Should we get cool? Should we
Craig,
go back inside?
are you ready to
Should
go
we go
back
back inside? I'm sweating.
You know,
Me
we
and Russ.
have things to talk about, a little bit about RVing. Where are you going? We have RV information to talk. Oh, what is this up here? What are we looking at?
So
I don't know.
this is a slide-out generator compartment, folks, where out of this is your 10,000 kilowatt, 10,000 kW generator, which would run this RV and a small city.
And it's so quiet,
And
too.
it's so quiet. It is a quiet diesel generator, and it runs, Francoise, off the same tank as your diesel fuel. It runs from the same tank, which is a 100-gallon tank of diesel fuel.
Speaking of gallons, how much water does an RV of this size hold? If you're not in a spot, an RV spot, whoops, oh, sorry, I've dropped the camera down. If you're not in an RV spot where you have their water to use, you're going to be using your own water. How many gallons does it have?
Typically, one of this size holds about 100 gallons of
Oh,
water.
okay, that's
Fresh
great.
water, and then there'll be 40 and 60 in the gray and black after you've run your
All right.
sinks and so on. That goes into the gray tank.
So, folks, you have joined Live What's Happening Coachella Valley and Traveling with Francoise. We are doing a live show. We are coming. There's Craig over
It's
there.
122
It's
degrees
120
out here.
degrees.
And we decided to jump into an RV because RVing is one of the most popular things going on right now in the United States. People are reconnecting, families can get together and travel all over. And you know what? I'm with Francoise Rhodes, travelingwithfrancoise.com. Usually she does a travel tip show and those types of things. We decided to come on down here to our Superstore, our local Superstore in Cathedral City, and check this out. And these people have been so nice to us to be able to let us go in there. I think we need to go back inside.
Back inside?
Because
Okay.
I'm losing it out here.
Okay.
Where are we
And
gonna
plus,
go?
we're doing one
Headed to
show,
the beach,
folks.
maybe.
This is
Colorado.
one combined show. So don't stick around later for Traveling with Francoise because you're going to see this show again. Because this is what. Hey, Russ, there you are. Hi.
Bring in the awning and bring in the slides.
He's gonna
We'll
bring
be
it
on the road again.
There we go. On the
next
road
adventure.
again. That's a song.
It's a song.
Okay, Francois, let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go cool off.
No butt shots.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
a live. Yeah.
It's a live roll.
That's a live rule.
Let's try not to follow anybody in.
Don't.
Okay, so one of the first things you do then, when you're finished with your campsite and you're ready to go back on the road again, is you prepare your slide outs to go in.
Did you already
and
slide this in?
Did not.
No. Okay.
No, the slides are still up.
Okay.
So before you do that, you
Share.
actually have to put this down.
Is that a bed also over there?
It is absolutely, this portion right here pulls out into a full-size bed.
Oh.
And it pulls all the way out, so it's a 60 by, what is it, Russ, this coach? 60 by 48?
By
The
48,
bed size?
yes.
Hey, Michael, thank you for joining us. Jackie, hey, thank you. From Laguna Beach, I appreciate you.
So watch how this just slides right in. And your L-shaped sofa has now become a straight sofa, so that when your slides come in, you still have walk space down the center aisle.
How many newbies actually drive off with the slides out?
There you are. See yourself
It's
in
been
the...
known to happen. Also, one of the things that is really great about Tiffin is where they think of everything. You know, it's where they put their, see right here where you extend and retract, so that when you're standing here, you're not likely to damage your chair because the slide's going to pull in. You'll see that your chair is on the head. So one of the most common things that people do is they neglect to move their chair forward, and what you end up then is a torn back of your seat from the slide out coming
So,
in.
question. Someone's asking. Don't mean to interrupt, but they're wondering about renting. Is that possible? Is that happening?
There are companies that rent RVs. Mike Thompson RV is not a rental facility.
There you
We
go.
jokingly and lovingly say that we rent them for 20 years.
There you go.
So
Like
do you-
it.
do
I
you
like it.
suggest-
I like it.
Cher, do you suggest that people and Russ rent one first, though, just to see if it's something that they're gonna love?
a good idea.
You know,
Yeah.
if you've never had any previous RV experience or have not been around RVs, it is a good idea.
Right.
For those who have, most people have experienced an RV either as a child, like yourself,
Yep.
Francoise, or they've experienced an RV that their friends have or their family or relatives, and they've gone in RVs and know what they're all about. You don't need to rent them. You know enough to jump out there and just get in. Besides, the down payment on an RV is about equivalent to a 2-week rental.
Oh, there you go. That's
So
good.
why rent when you can have your own? And don't forget, Francoise, it is tax deductible.
Oh, there you go.
Correct.
Tax
Tax deductible, just like a second home.
And then share for a lot of people, I have noticed it is just seems to be natural progression where they start with small. A lot of times they'll start with that fifth wheel or small pull trailer
pull trailer.
and move their way up. They just
Right.
transition into larger models.
Because you do what exactly Russ and I did. You get out there in the campgrounds of life and you get around these wonderful people in the RVing industry and you learn to love it. And what happens is it just becomes your lifestyle. So you say, oh, I love this, but you know, we don't have enough space. We need another slide, or maybe you've had another child, or you want to take your grandchildren. And that's how people evolve. And they just come back and say, we want something bigger, better. And then, you know, later in life, they transition again because they're not comfortable driving something of this size.
Oh.
So they come back and transition into something smaller where their level of comfort is greater.
And this one is
Yes.
36 feet, you said?
36, it's called 37
37
PA.
foot. So we're kind
and
of
from
right in the
bumper to
middle.
bumper, this one is actually close to 39 feet.
Okay. But we're sort of right in the middle RV range because they go as large as, how large?
45.
And remember, this is a luxury motor coach. I think you two should get it right. It's a
Well,
luxury motor
I'm going to
coach.
act like I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to say RV.
Motor
So-
coach.
Motor coach.
Should we let Russ put the
With
slides
nose in the air.
Yes, I think we
Okay.
should.
All right,
Go
let's
for
pull the slides in. I'm going to start with this one.
And I
Oh,
want to
it's
thank
not
all
on
of you that are watching from today's California.
this
And we have a
particular
combined
model-
travel show today with
Turn it on.
Traveling with Francoise, if you're watching us there. About to, we've been here for just a little bit in the parking lot. We opened this thing up, and now we're beginning to shut her down, and we're going to move on to our next location. I mean, how
Notice
exciting
even
is
with
this?
the slides closed, you still have access to all of your amenities. You can't watch the TV there because it's behind the slide out, but you still have another TV up here. So if you want the kids and grandkids to be watching going down the road, they certainly still can do that and watch this TV up here. So look out, Craig, we're bringing in the other side.
This feels like a fun house. Remember the fun houses when everything closes in behind you?
I'm going to stop there until we close the back slides. Do you want to hit the button?
Oh, well, how do I do that? Yeah, I do.
I'll show
Of course
you.
I do.
I'll show you and
I
all the
wanna
rest
do
of the
this.
folks.
Yes.
This is so simple. Touch that.
All right.
It comes on.
Okay.
See this little thing that looks like slides?
Yeah, right here.
Touch that.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah. And
And now what?
where it says retract,
Oh, let's do it.
you have to actually hold it down.
Oh,
Yeah,
need a hand model for this.
that's it. And I am not that. In the days of COVID, I can't even get my nails done.
I can't get my hair taken care of.
Or my hair. Right.
Closing her up. It's so simple, guys. We went through a transformation and turning ourselves back into a streamlining motor coach to take on the road and take wherever we would like to go. So we've just been closing it back up. You guys are looking at the master incredible bathroom. We showed it to you earlier in here. I'm just gonna swing around one more time, see if you guys can take a look at
While I'm
this.
bringing in the other slide.
And I'm gonna come back out. That didn't work
While
so
I'm
well.
bringing in the other slide, Craig.
Oh, so she's gonna come on this
Come back
side.
through the bathroom,
Or
you can
whatever
stay
I'm
here.
doing.
Yeah, this is fine.
Hey, Francoise.
Hi. I have notes too.
You know, you almost feel like it's a little transformer. So it goes from one view to another as they close in, and almost like one of the little transformer toys, right? And it starts to look a little different.
So Sharon, would you consider this luxury motor coach maxed out in amenities? I think probably not. I think there's a lot more
Oh, yes.
amenities. If people dream it, can they build it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. And these are somewhat custom built in that you can actually change some of the features. You can change the colors. You can change the background, the backsplashes, the colors of the walls, the colors of the wood. A lot of that you can change and customize a bit. But there are manufacturers, unlike this one, that manufacture them from the ground up. and you can make it custom in every way that your little heart desires.
Francoise, did you have some things you want to share on your
I
travel
have a
show?
couple
Do you want to sit?
just a
And you
couple
want
we're
Sherry to
still
join you?
sliding
Oh, that's true.
and
Oh,
here.
well, you're right. We're getting tighter.
Yes, this is it.
Snug, snug. Now we're snug as a bug in a rug.
All right.
Hey, this way you can fit on I-10. Otherwise, you might take a few people out. So, what do you think? I'll just continue on with you then, right now.
All right, Cher, do you want to go back up to the co-pilot spot?
I
or
shall.
Oh,
where
this
would
is
you like to
this
go?
is good.
I'm gonna go
This
right
is
back
great.
to- She's going to go. All right, so we're nestled in here. Now, remember last week on the show, Craig, people were asking us about a couple sites that pertain to RV. Yes,
I don't know if
there
that's going to
are.
work. Oh,
Well,
I
this
got
is
an
the-
idea. I got an idea.
The actual meaning of live, folks. Live is not, I mean, we're live when we're in the studio, but this is live. Yeah, live. All right.
Uh-oh. Oh, that
Ready?
looks fantastic.
Okay, look good.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Like you're like a broadcaster or something.
Craig, did you catch the noise of the parking brake being released?
I did not thought that was
We would like
Francoise.
you to hear also what it sounds like when you arrive. And
Oh,
this
that's
is
true.
the notice to your
Is it an
neighbors
air?
That
Yeah.
you have arrived.
Is it in
Yes.
an air?
Okay, and that you have arrived.
Do you-
So please pop the brake.
Pop the brake.
Okay. Pop the brake.
Grab that bottle. Just grab
We
it.
have
Move it.
arrived.
There we go.
Okay, we have
All right.
arrived. All right.
Go ahead. You're on.
I know I'm on. I'm trying to get all this stuff. Okay. All right, everybody.
And I got you in the
last-
background, just
last
FYI.
week on Traveling with Francoise, you asked a couple questions about RV sites. And so there were a few that popped up. It's kind of funny because there's so many articles out there right now about RVing, because people, the masses are buying RVs and they're renting and they're going on RV trips because they feel safer. Look at this environment. This environment, you can make it as safe and clean, as comfortable as you want, which is really the way to go. And that's why I'm so happy that Mike Thompson's RV Superstore in Cathedral City, Cher and Russ were so kind to take Craig and I. Were we going to drive?
Where's Russ? Hey, Russ. There you go.
Were
Sorry.
you going to try to drive this?
Yeah, I think so. I think I heard. I think we have it actually on tape.
Too. Yeah, that we're going. Okay, but here, two sites that I want you guys to know about. One of them is Campendium, 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 and I'll post this in the thread later on. And they're like a Yelp for RVers, and they say they're, quote, one of the most honest ones out there. I'm just telling you, that's what I hear. And this was from a travel, quote, expert. The other one is called Harvest Hosts. There's a lot of places out there. It is a $79 annual membership fee. However, they will lead you into the spots where you can spend nights in these beautiful places like wineries and out in brewery, out in these acres of land for free. So again, Harvest Host and Campendium, and I'll post those later on. But those are some of the things I noted about being in an RV. Also, you should always get to your campground, and you guys are going to like this advice. Always get to your campground if you've never been there before it gets dark, right?
Correct.
Right, because you want to be comfortable, you want to be able to see easily, you don't want to drive in not knowing where you're going, and parking your RV, you want to have,
Especially if you have to back it in.
there you go. You don't want to have to worry about that. So please plan your trip so you get to your RV campgrounds or wherever you're going to park before nighttime. That's really huge. Make sure you have all the essentials when you go in an RV. Make sure you have check it out, see what's in there. If you just bought your RV, you get to store it with everything, plates, sheets, you name it. You can put everything that you want in there. And also, this is the subject that no one likes, there's certain kind of items for toilets. So just so you know, have those ready so you don't have problems. You know, hey, it's a big thing. So those are a few of the tips that go along with having an RV. There really, a lot of it is just common sense items. Use your brains, look around, you'll figure it out, and you're just going to have a great time in your RV. And start, you don't have to start cross country right away. You can just go 30 minutes away, go to an RV campsite, park, get used to everything, see how it all works, feel comfortable driving it, drive it around for a little while, and then head on that big trip across the open roads where it's going to be spectacular. So, Craig, you're over there. What are we doing? Where are we going? Are we
Hey, Francoise, is just checking on sound, making sure that everybody can hear you so well. And I know we're enjoying ourselves here. How much pressure are we going to put on Russ to have us drive this thing?
I don't know. I would like to. Can we drive it around a little? Where can we drive, Russ? How can we drive this?
I'm going to get us turned around out of this parking lot and then see who wants to take the wheel.
Great. Well, we're both going to want to take the wheel. We're going to fight over it. But we'll start with Francoise, of course.
And then where are we going from there?
All right.
Believe it or not, I used to pull a used horse trailer. Not a used horse trailer. I used to pull a horse trailer with 6 horses in it. You'd think I'd be able to drive an RV. I used to drive our little one. But this one, yeah, but Russ just wheels it around like it's nothing.
Well, how many RVs have you owned, Russ? Was it 5? And do you own them all at the same time now still?
Oh, no.
So Jill wants to go to Aspen. What do you think, Francoise?
Yeah.
After our quick lesson, we can go anywhere, guys.
Actually, we have a beautiful 4-wheel drive, Mercedes-Benz diesel 4-wheel drive that would be perfect in Aspen. And it's just like the size of a little van, so anybody would be comfortable driving that. As a matter of fact, at my Thompson RV in Cathedral City, we have an RV for everyone. As you know,
yes, you do.
And Francoise, we sell everything from a $14,000-$15,000 small travel trailer all the way up to a $600,000 huge 45-foot bus.
And sometimes people like that 5th wheel because they like to have the vehicle to separate.
Correct.
Instead of towing. Can you tow behind this size? You can tow behind this.
Absolutely.
Right.
You can tow a car, a Jeep. A lot of people tow a little, what we call a toad or a tow behind, and to your destination and drop that and jump in your car and take off. Same thing a lot of people like is to go to a destination resort such as this, which is Outdoor Resorts here in Cathedral City. And a lot of folks like to take their big truck, drop their travel trailer or their 5th wheel, and park it for the season, and then travel around in the truck. So here you'll see, folks, this place is just absolutely spectacular, even in the middle of August. It's beautiful scenery, green grass, trees, palm
There's our
trees.
air brakes again. Love that sound.
We have arrived.
Okay.
So,
So I think what we're going to do, Francoise, we'll start you, and then we'll see if we can talk him into letting me do this.
yeah, we can turn on a street where we can pull over, and then I can let Craige do the. Oh, boy!
So
All
just
right.
one
All right.
tip to remember, you don't have park in an RV. There's no
No
such
park.
thing as park.
No park.
So what you have to do when you get there is put the transmission in neutral, and Russ will take it from there.
Okay.
First
so,
off, get your seat in a comfortable position. So we'll bring you forward so
All
that
right.
you can easily get your brake and your fuel.
Okay. So
Is
what
that good?
is this lever over there?
That's your gas.
Oh, that is the gas, and this
that's
is the
your
brake.
brake.
Okay.
Now there's a little lever. See the little
Yeah.
little foot pedal?
Yeah.
You push down on that with your left foot. You can adjust the steering wheel pitch.
Can I do that now?
Yeah. There you go. All right. So
How do I look? Do
So
I look
you-
good? Yeah.
so you're riding on airbags, and you have air brakes, which are far superior to a mechanical
Okay.
type brake system. But here's your shifter, your drive and reverse. See, there's no park, second, third. It's just
okay.
drive and reverse
Up or down?
on these Allison transmissions.
Up is park, down is go?
Up is drive,
Oh,
and then down is reverse.
okay.
And your park brake is over there. So you put your foot on the parking brake,
Well, make sure we're
or
there.
you put
Okay.
your foot on the brake, and then
Yeah.
you push that in to release it. All right, now at this point you move to the drive position. You'll be ready to go. But now, before we go,
Okay.
you're 37 feet long.
Yeah.
You're driving like a school bus.
Yep.
So when we pull out, the best thing for you to envision as you drive down the road is, you know, when you look at a highway and you can kind of see where the right and left tires go.
Yep.
If you put your nose in the middle of where that left tire would be, you're always in the center of the lane. You don't even have to look at your mirrors. You're going to be center of the lane
Wow.
if you put
Okay.
yourself right in that position where the left tires of cars and trucks are traveling down the lane. And it will save you if you're going down a road and all of a sudden you got a Jersey barrier and construction here and you got a tractor trailer coming up on your left. If you just put yourself right in that spot, you don't even have to look at your mirrors. You're in the middle of the lane.
So what I'm hearing you say, Russ, is since she's on the left-hand side of the vehicle looking out,
Mhm.
that she should simply set herself in position behind the vehicle in front of you on the left-hand side, and keep yourself centered down that.
Right where the track of the left tire is
Okay.
on
Gotcha.
that vehicle in front of
Gotcha.
you. If you set yourself right there, you can go through any tunnel, through any construction site, through anything, and be in the center of the lane. Now, remember also, we're going to go out here and we're going to make a right turn.
Yes.
So we're going to position ourselves over toward on the left where that right curb is,
Yeah.
so that when we pull out, we're going to have 2 lanes to turn into.
Okay.
So we can just gradually turn our wheel, use all of the pavement available to us, and then we're just going to work over to the right lane.
Okay. Now, you know, when my dad taught me how to drive, my dad actually taught me how to pull an RV, or not pull an RV, drive an RV, pull a horse trailer and all that sort of stuff. He was very much into the mirrors. So when you're saying don't use, or you don't need, you didn't say don't use, you said
Right.
you don't really need to focus so much on the mirrors. That's interesting. Very interesting.
But you always want to check your mirrors
Check your
and
mirrors.
double check your mirrors, especially before you pull out to the left.
Shall we go?
Right. Before you do any
Before you-
maneuvering in a lane, of course your mirrors. And the beauty of this is I can see what's going on behind me.
Right.
And if you turn your signal to the right or the left, you can see what's going on down the side of the coach.
Can you do that now? Like turn
So
left or right?
turn it right.
And then you can see what's
now
on the
you
right.
see right down this
Oh.
passenger side and the driver's side.
All right.
That helps, along with these convex mirrors, to keep those little cars from being right beside you and you pulling into their path, because they'll kind of disappear down there. All right.
Okay.
So all you got to do is put it in drive.
Four up, right?
Uh-huh. And we're going to take our time.
Forward.
Hey, there you go.
On the road again.
Now these big diesels are very responsive, so you don't have to put your foot in it. It's going to go
this
anyway.
It's so easy to turn.
Don't forget your brake.
Signal on. Gonna make a right turn.
Sorry about that. Yes, Ramon, that's what we're looking at in front of us here, and we're just out cruising our 37-foot Tiffin, and we got Francoise Rhodes traveling with Francoise in her first
Looks like you're
adventure.
wily.
Yep.
Yep.
First
Right,
adventure.
so use all of your asphalt and turn, see, nice and smooth and easy. You don't even have to worry about that curve because you know you've got plenty of clearance. We're going to get in the right lane, go to the next light, and turn right.
Okay.
Now, another thing to really watch out for, here the trees are nice, but a lot of times when you're traveling, if you go into like a small community, you want to get in the lane where they don't have the beautiful ornamental trees, because you don't want to be smacking the side of your RV as you're going down the road.
And
Here, these
They
are
will
trimmed back nicely.
definitely scratch.
And I have seen trucks actually hit the mirrors. Big rigs hit the mirrors of other trucks and RVs. I don't know how
If they get too close,
they're gonna do that.
This is one smooth ride. I know I'm bouncing a little bit, but guys, think about that. I'm actually holding this, and it is airbag heaven.
And I can see the more you drive it, folks, the more comfortable you're going to get. You feel like sky is the limit in front of me. I have so much visual here. It's crazy. I'm going to put my right signal on. Going up to ball.
so we're going to inch over toward that dotted line to give yourself plenty of room to make your right turn. You want to stay away from the curb side as much as you can.
How's
Give
that?
yourself as much swing area there as possible. All right, so
I
now
think
we've
we're
got
good.
that keep right sign. You kind of aim for it and turn right in front of it, and you'll easily clear your curb and your poles and lights and posts and everything on this side.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Oh, we are green. So if I go way out here, how we doing?
You're doing great. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, I'm like a pro. Craige, you're gonna love it.
So we have a new Uber driver,
Yes.
Motorcoach luxury version now on your app.
Should we
You
pull
can
up?
truly travel with Francoise.
There we go.
We are going.
So
What
just
do we
hit
do?
the app and we'll pick you up and we'll just make this a party.
All
We're having
right.
so much fun.
So
Go ahead,
should
Francoise.
I pull over up here
Yes.
and let Craige
Sure.
drive a little
Yeah.
too? This is so easy, folks. It is so comfortable up here. I mean, again, this seat. Is this an air seat or something? It is.
You could
so
just pull to
Just
the
lots
right
of
right
cushioning,
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my signal on to make sure it's pretty quiet out here. It's on a Sunday. I'm gonna pull up here. Are you ready, Craige?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
It's easier to transfer once we're stopped.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't want to do it while we were going? Okay, I want to make sure my signal is on. We
Right.
are come to a full
Now,
stop now.
move it back to the neutral position.
Before I put the
Yes.
Okay, neutral.
All right, and then pull the
How do you know it's in
pull
neutral?
the air brake.
How do you know it's in neutral?
It says in.
Gotcha.
Pull it, yeah. Pull it.
Oh, okay. I don't want to break it. All right, so I can take my foot off the brake.
Yes.
Okay. Let me.
That's the announcement that you arrived.
Oh wait, we want to put this up. Where was that?
So that
Yeah.
small
that's
pedal on your left side will allow you to tilt
There
that
we
up,
go, because it does
and then you can
move my seat back
move
just
your
a
seat
little.
back.
I didn't realize how close I was. That was so much fun. Okay. All right. Cher, you are in big trouble with traveling with Francoise now. You know that,
It's all
don't you?
good. It's all good.
Okay. You want me?
I
Are you
love
okay?
it.
All right. So now we
Love the
have
opportunity.
pilot Craige. He will be
And, let's see, where was
driver
that,
Craige.
Left foot, small
You
pedal.
guys.
Okay, right here.
Will tilt your
Oh,
wheel.
thanks everyone for hanging around with us and watching this live combined show of live what's happening in Coachella Valley and live traveling
And you
with
can-
Francoise
you can
as we are
tilt
in
the
a
seat up and down that
luxury RV from Mike Thompson, Superstore at Cathedral City.
With
There,
only
Craige Campbell.
Only two white knucklers.
He's at
Me
my-
and Ross.
They haven't left handprints in the steering wheel.
No, you know I've been
So, I
holding
turn
this
that up.
camera tighter
Puts
than
on the
the
brake.
than the
Puts on the
RV.
brake.
Push on the brake, go into
I'll
the
go ahead
drive,
and go in the drive.
and then push that parking brake
Right
to
here?
disengage. Yep.
Okay.
So you're ready to roll.
And I can go. And
Yeah.
where do you want me to go?
Just straight ahead.
Here he goes. So we're
See,
moving.
there you go. You got a signal there, as well as on the mirrors. You can see your lane is clear.
Oh,
I'll
everybody.
wait for this car to go.
Yeah.
I would.
Honk the horn. Oh, don't honk the horn when the car
Oh,
goes
yeah,
by. but-
do the
yeah,
horn
do-
spot.
You have to do the horn. We're
Gotta
okay.
hit the air horn.
Yay! So, Dave, we're on Duval Street in
Oh, boy.
Cathedral City.
Craig's got a little bit
Craig's
heavier
got-
foot.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I don't want. Yeah. So here we
And,
are.
gently get into it here, Craig.
Yeah. Don't make
So
Cher
remember,
nervous.
this doesn't stop like a car or a pickup. You
Yeah.
need a lot more distance to stop this big coach.
Okay.
Get used to.
Because you're
Yeah.
fully loaded, you're rolling along about 40,000 pounds.
Oh, 40,000 pounds.
Yeah.
So Craig
I-
Campbell's behind the wheel. There's our view. We're on
I mean,
Duval
this is
Street.
incredible. I mean,
Look at this view.
window is amazing. I
And
like
you
the
get all these
comfort.
cameras.
I mean,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
a
it fun, Craig?
beautiful view.
Yes. If you've
View
never,
to a
folks,
kill.
all right. If this doesn't
so are there
convince you,
lessons? Because first of all, Russ, you're hired.
Okay.
Because this is amazing. But are there ways, and I'm going to keep my eyes forward, are there ways for people to learn how to drive these things? Are there actually classes?
Once you get I don't know of actual classes. We will actually take our newbies out and kind of take them on a course and get them
Straight, right, or
comfortable.
left, sir?
We're going to go straight ahead.
Yeah, and there are actually, I'll just kick in here and chime in because there are actually RV schools that do train
Oh,
you on
there
how
you
to
go.
drive RVs. There's a couple of them here not locally in the Coachella Valley, but in the LA area. And so anyone who has never driven one and is ultra nervous, I can refer you to an RV school.
you know, I found though, once you get behind the wheel and you just get a little feel for it,
So
it
in
is
the right lane
very
when you
comfortable.
Very, very, very.
So I love the right turn because you can see it right here. I'm looking here. I see there's nobody. I can look at my mirrors, of course, and get myself over comfortably.
That's the beauty of the
So-
side cameras and the rear camera. And
Yeah.
then it just automatically, Craig, as you see, after you turn your signal off, it automatically reverts to the rear view.
And David Ross says, I used to own a 32-foot bounder, easy to drive.
Yeah.
So I think, and the technology, Sharon Russ, I'm sure you'll both agree, since the days of my RV driving, it has changed so much. It is like driving a car, except you're a little bit larger car.
Tremendously. And I tell
Yeah.
people all of the time that the easy part is the driving. Just don't forget you're stopping a whole lot of weight. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing to remember is the braking and the stopping is more important than the driving forward. It's easy to
Okay.
drive forward.
And the turning radius.
And the turning radius is phenomenal. In a Tiffin Power Glide chassis, your turning radius is going to be 60%. 60%
okay.
is great. These Freightliner chassis, such as this coach has, is about a 55-degree turning radius. So you actually, quote unquote, turn on a dime.
All right, I'm going to ask this question. How long does it take for someone to go in and purchase an
So right
RV?
in Gerald.
Because buying a car frankly, it can be hours. So what's the process? Just tell us like it is.
It's a little bit different than buying a car in that you can do any portion of the sale and stop at any point that you want and continue later. So if you want to come in and you've only got an hour to spend, you can actually give us a deposit, sign a purchase order, and basically fill out a couple of forms and give us a deposit, and you're done for that day. We do not deliver the coach in the same day, so then that coach goes into our service department. It is prepped for delivery, and so the process of getting your loan approved and so on, it's not like a car where you get the same thing happens in the same day.
Okay.
Sometimes people pick up their coaches for weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and if they order them, 3 months to have it built from scratch.
Okay, because it can be can be a turnoff for people. They say, but the reality is, folks, you are buying a home on wheels, and frankly, it is worth whatever time it takes to do it.
Do you want me to put this somewhere for you, or how are you feeling?
Yellow light.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
Russ is getting a little nervous over here, Craig. Yeah.
Yellow light.
Trust me, we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
It's all
We
good.
could probably pull up right over here.
Yeah. So
There's
if you want to pull over after this
Oh yeah,
light,
Yeah.
that'll be fine.
It doesn't say.
How was that for you, Russ?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know, one thing that
excellent driver. I
Yes.
just want to say that.
one thing that's new in the 2020
Wait a minute, did he
models-
do better than me?
I'm going to take the fifth on that.
Okay, so he went faster? I didn't know you wanted me
just
to go
went
30,
faster.
50 miles an hour. All right,
Go
yeah.
ahead and pull after this.
Okay.
Just pull over right here.
Sure.
No, you both were amazing.
As you can see,
first-time drivers, amazing.
We're having a great time here with Sharon, Russ, and this luxury coach, RV, whatever you want to call it. This
Yeah, you're
has
good.
just been so much
There's
fun.
not enough
Well, I
traffic
guess
to
one
worry
way I
about
could use
now.
my.
Okay, so for those of you that are joining us now and you're wondering we're traveling with Francoise,
Here first.
we actually
In neutral.
have combined both the shows today to give you a look inside an RV. So it is live what's happening in Coachella Valley and live traveling with Francoise.
Then the small pedal.
And Craig right now, he is leaving from behind the wheel. We both got to drive the RV. You'll have to watch the whole show to see everything that was going on. We've put the sliders out, we put the sliders in, we've shown you all the compartments. We're watching Craig here disembark from the pilot seat there. Yeah.
And he prevailed.
He is we had so much fun, so easy. Russ is back in the seat.
And we've
He
got
is
no
very-
scratches or dents.
no scratches. We have no scratches.
Thank you
No,
for
nothing.
for setting us
Oh.
up. What an incredible experience. You guys have been watching What's Happening in Coachella Valley along with our Traveling with Francoise show and a dual show. We started at 11:11, and we've been on an incredible adventure, and we haven't even gotten out of town yet.
I know. And thank you to Cher Liquin, General Manager of Mike Thompson's RV Superstore in Cathedral City. Cher, thank you so much for letting us do this. Whole thing's been on the fly, folks. It has been about as live can be. Russ and Cher loaded us up, and Russ, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you. You've been great. They just let us jump in. Craig and I talked a few times, and we said, okay, we are going for it. So, Craig, I'm going to hand you the camera so I can say goodbye also to everybody.
It's been a great, amazing little adventure around Cathedral City.
Well, you know, I'm just going to say also, you know, it's so fun with lives because, as you know, Francoise, you just never know. And we've been working in these this motor coach, luxury motor coach, and take it away. Finish
Thank
this.
you so much again, everyone, for joining us. Next week, we'll be back. Who knows where we'll be coming from. We'll be doing both the shows. We're going to have a great time. You have a great week. Come on over and see Cher at Mike Thompson's RV Superstore in Cathedral City and Russ. And as always, folks, there he is
Oh,
right
I thought
there.
he was sleeping already.
And as always, it's never too late to get a life. See you next time. Bye.